Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. Thanks for tuning into my channel. Now, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there in the corner in order to get new content and videos. And tune into my podcast, Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji, where I'm interviewing extraordinary people. So, I'm going to talk about this week, like December 31st to January the 6th, on this week's Cosmic Vibes. Now, this is going to be an extraordinary week for you, and I really, really want you guys to pay attention because this week, especially the past few days, you are or were showing who the tricksters were. That's right. You're being shown who promised you this, who has promised you that, who has said this is going to change. Yeah, we're trying to get that resolved, and all of these last minute things, and nothing happened. And then you're going to be like, wait a minute, that didn't go. That didn't happen with what they promised me. That didn't work out. Like they had promised me this and this and this was going to happen, or they were going to take me this route and everything changed. Or maybe they were only thinking about themselves and they wanted to utilize you so they can showcase themselves, right? So really, really pay attention. Even relationships, like always, maybe you got promised that raise and it didn't happen. Maybe, your boss said, you know what, if you just get this, and this done, then you know what, we're going to give you that raise in the new year or that promotion. Or maybe a relationship promised you a lot of different things, and now you are clearly being seen the truth. Business as well. What were you promised in the business world? What has happened? Where are you now compared to where are you before? So really pay attention because this week you're going to be showing the truth even more and more. And when we get shown the truth, it can get really ugly, as I call it, right? However, whenever you're being shown the truth, always take it for a blessing. It's like, wow, I was informed this was going to happen. We were going to do this, we were going to do that. It didn't happen. Or, oh, yeah, stay right where you are. Don't worry, we're resolving that issue, and nothing has happened. You're going to find that you're going to be embracing your power, especially in 2024. I'm going to do a separate video on my psychic predictions and talk about what's coming on in this new year, by the way. So you have to stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. I'm just saying, right? So now, December 31st, we are at the end of the year. Like, oh my gosh, right? How many of you are celebrating New Year's Eve? How many of you are going out? Let me know what you're doing. Like, are you getting together as family or friends or going to any events or anything like that? Let me know. Like, I'm not really a New Year's Eve person. I'm normally in bed reading my book or watching a movie or something, right? If I was in like New York City or somewhere really, really different, then that might be a little different. But I'm normally like, it's like, okay, and it's really important to be grateful for what you were shown, what your soul taught you in 2023, because you are going to do a lot of reflecting back this week as well. So really give yourself that pat on the back with, what did I achieve this year? Like go back to your vision boards and see, okay, what did I accomplish this year? What did I not do? Don't worry about what didn't I do, right? Like stop being so hard on yourself. There's, things in life can be difficult as it is, right? And give yourself that pat of, what, I accomplished this and, I got this done. But Jeni, I wanted to do this and that, but life steered me in that opposite direction. That can happen, of course. The only thing that's constant in this world is change. So it's adapting to the change, and taking a look at the negative situations and really embracing it and turning it into something positive, right? I always sit back and I'm like, what did I really learn from that? What did I really see with that? Who were the tricksters? Who promised me this? Who said this and this and that? I observe more, you guys. Pay attention. There's where your growth is, because you're going to be finding this week, as we gravitate into the new year, you're also going to be doing more reflecting, especially January 1st. It's a new day, it's a new month, and it's a new year. Happy New Year, you guys. Happy New Year. And there's people who celebrate on the New Year's Day, like they'll make a really nice dinner or get together with people and such like that. Or, some people will take down their decorations as well from the festive holiday season of Christmas. And it's also my little girl's birthday. She'll be 3 years old. My dog, Bella, she's a January 1st new baby. So happy birthday to my beloved little girl, Bella, right? So it's been really, really grateful for what's really, really going on. And you're really going to be feeling more creative that day. Some of you, you could be feeling a little bit tired because you're out on New Year's Eve. Some of you might be indulging a little bit more, having a few more drinks than normal. So you could wake up on New Year's Day feeling, oh my goodness sakes, right? I'm really like not feeling well from the night before. Go on your own flow, because you're really going to see how that day really pans out for you. Listen to your body, you guys. Really pay attention. The 2nd of January is a master number day. Really embrace that day to the fullest. That day can be very high vibrational. And we are officially over Mercury retrograde, right? It was on the 1st of January. However, it officially ends on the 2nd. And we still have that post-Mercury retrograde for the next 2 weeks after, right? So you're going to find that this week and so on, you're still going to be resolving issues. Especially from those tricksters. You're going to be like, you know what? Thank you, Spirit, for showing me that person for who they really were or are, and so on. Now I can make the changes to move forward in this direction, or to make changes in this area myself. So always be grateful for lessons learned, right? Lessons learned are always painful, but it's how we view them. It's really how we view them. Going through the process, that's your journey of self-discovery. And you're going to find empowerment is coming back to you. You're going to be taking your power back this year as well in 2024. So you'll have to watch my other video that I'm doing on predictions. I'm just saying. So the 5th and the 6th, you're going to find that could be a day where you're decluttering. You're going through the old. You're letting go of, you could be decluttering your place, right? You could be like, you know what? I don't wear that dress anymore. I don't like that shirt, how it makes me look. I have all of this stuff that I never use. Why don't you donate it? Donate it to the shelters or different places like that. With the cost of living being sky high, like even in here in Canada, either you have to live with the crackheads, or either you're going to be paying rent so high that it's very difficult, right? The cost of living is very high worldwide. Canada, it's very, very intense, very intense, right? So you have to try to make the best of it with what your resources are, and stay positive. Stay really, really positive. Like, I'm moving on myself. I'm going to be shocking a lot of different people with some certain changes that I'm making. And you have to think of what's best for yourself and move on and do what's right for you, no matter what, no matter what, right? So maybe those tricksters were, yeah, I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you with that. Don't worry. And then when you're like, oh, you know what? Can we get together this week and talk about this? Oh, sorry, we can't. So you're going to have that continuing this week. So really pay attention. Oh, yeah, we promised this, and that. And then when you go to approach them, well, we didn't say that, or they're going to retwist their words around with it. Last minute changes. We planned this and this and that. So I'm all ready. I'm all set. And at the last very second, now you're telling me this. Now you want to do this. I'm not prepared. What are you doing? So things like that you were showing. I sure was. Right. And it's a blessing because it opens you up more. And this is why you're going to be taking your power back more in 2024 as well, because you've had enough crap, as I call it, from so-called leaders, from certain friends or family or relationships and such, right? So there's a huge year of change. We're moving into universal 8 year. I'll go into more details about that, of course, in my other video. So you're going to be finding that you're really going to want to be making a lot more lifestyle changes this week as well, especially with your health. You know, people have New Year's resolutions and they're like, you know, I'm going to start off, I'm going to quit smoking, or I'm going to change my diet, or I'm going to move, or I'm going to end this relationship, or I'm going to start my project, like all of those things. Start your vision board. How many of you guys have done that? Like I created mine, I wrote a new one up, brought some stuff over from last year I'm still want to working on. And then I wrote down new things that I want to do. And you can add on as much as you want at any given time, right? So write it down. Don't worry about how, and be very, very specific with what you'd like to manifest, how you'd like to do it, because the universe will work with you with your vibration. So it's really important to take this week for you, observe, really pay attention to those tricksters who tricked you, as I call it, right? You know, we can get really sad whenever we pay it, whenever we're like, wow, you know, like my friend did this to me, or my business partner, or my relationship, or my boss, or like whatever it is, right? Really pay attention to that. Really, really pay attention to that. Because those tricksters, they have that mask on, you know, and you're looking at them a certain way, and then all of a sudden you get that rude awakening of wow. And it's stuff you already knew. You know, some of your, you know, it's stuff even myself, it's like, yeah, I knew that, I could see that with this person or whatever, but you just try to ignore it and you just go with the flow and stuff. And then sometimes we have that rude awakening where like, that's it, I just changed instantly. Something happened to me myself during December, and that changed me forever. I'll just tell you that. That completely changed me forever. So there's certain things that will change a person, and there's no going back, right? There is no going back. For some people, it depends what you're allowing, what you're going to put up with. This is part of the trickster energy, right? So I don't put up with stuff. I move on with my life no matter what. I just keep walking in my own footprints and away. See you later. Bye for now. Ciao, ciao. Aloha. So anyways, let's talk about this week's cosmic energy from the universe, right? So I'm going to utilize a couple of cards, and when somebody books a reading with me, I don't use cards because I'm a psychic, clairvoyant, medium, past life, akashic record, animal communicator. You can always book a reading with me, soulworkwithjeni.com. Go to my website and we can set up an appointment, and I can give you what I am seeing for you in 2024 in all areas of your life. Let's do it. Sometimes we just need those confirmations to find out what's going on, what's coming up, am I on the right path, and so on. And not only that, how do we utilize and make those changes to get us to move forward? That's the key, you guys. That's the key. So you're going to be wanting to find more authenticity. This is part of the tricksters as well. You've seen the tricksters' true colors coming out. That's going to continue. I'm just saying, be open to be shown. So now, whenever you guys use cards, make sure you clear them on wood 3 times. I've already cleared my decks here myself before I started this, right? Knock them 3 times on wood, and then it clears your energy or whoever else utilized it or used it. So let's find out from the spirit world, what is the message from December 31st to the 6th of January? Like January already, New Year. Oh my gosh. How many of you guys are excited? I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this new year. I'm moving on, really moving on. I was singing that the other day as I was packing. No, I can't remember. It was that. I'm not going to sing to you. Oh my gosh, no. I'm not a singer by any means, shape, or form. Not in this lifetime. So what is the cosmic energy for New Year's Eve, December 31st to January 6th? What's the cosmic message from the spirit world? What do we got coming out here? Wow. Now, this is a very cool card. Very, very cool card. So you know how I said, like, you're going to honor, you know, moving on with your year. You're going to be seeing more of those attentions. going on around you. Attention's being shown by tricksters. Attention's being shown by your work, your environment, your relationships in general. And it's really important that you start trusting your journey, because here we have a, like a card here of trusting your journey, with the energy of the mountains in the background, the energy of Camelot on his horse, the energy of like a business and a home moving on into your life, into your new life. You're starting to create a new life of what you want for yourself, right? So you can see this guy here on his horse moving on. Some of you are going to find that you're going to want more of like a quiet area to live in, a quiet area to be in, quiet neighborhood. Maybe it's more in the countryside. Maybe it's by the ocean. Maybe it's in a little town or county and such like that. So really gravitate towards the area that you're really, really drawn to and such like that, and moving on. It just really depends what you're looking for. The choices here in Canada are very slim. So I'm just saying, you can manifest what you want, like the place that I'm actually looking to move to. It has all of my needs are met. It has every single thing I put on my vision board that I wanted, right? So sometimes we have to really trust that process of where we're really moving towards, where we're really going, and start fresh, start over fresh, and really visualize what you're really wanting. So let's ask the cosmic energy from the universe. What's the message from the 31st of December to the 6th of January? The cosmic message from the 31st of December to the January the 6th. What's the cosmic message? So yeah, like here right now, this is very interesting because this card here is all about family connections, respect, people, and kinship. And some of you people, they're like, well, I don't have family, let's say, or maybe you do have family and you're close, right? We all have our own journey. And it's all about, no matter what, really respect certain cultures and religions and traditions and stuff like that, right? Like, you have to walk in your path that's very authentic for you. Like, some families are like, well, no, we want you to be a doctor, or we want you to be a lawyer, let's say. That's just the way it is. When you might not want to do that. You might want to be like, you know what, I just want to do this, or I want to do that, or I want to, whatever it is. You have to follow your footprints, and you're going to see that this year you're going to do that. You're going to be like, no, mom, no, dad, or whoever it is, I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to go that direction. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to, be an athlete, maybe. I'm going to be an artist, like whatever it is. You came here for you. You came here to follow your destiny and what resonates with you, right? So you could find that there could be a lot more arguments, with family and such like that as well. And that can, not be nice, of course, right? You have to do what resonates for you, what fits best for you and in your lifestyle and stuff like that, of course, right? So walk your own path, pay attention to that, right? So when you do that, you're going to find that you're going to be more in liberation with your soul, because when you really follow your passions and what you're truly, truly interested in doing, you're going to come across your soul's purpose and your soul's destiny and such like that. So it's really important to be authentic. And this year, you're going to see that, right? So let's ask the crystals, what is the energy from the 31st of December to the 6th of January? What is the energy from December 31st to the 6th of January? What's the energy and the message from the crystals? How many cards fell out? The energy and the message from the crystals from December the 6th, or December 31st to January the 6th. The message. Alrighty. Ooh, Malachite. Now, Malachite, this is all about even embracing your creativity. Green is a color of your heart chakra and also for healing. So it also helps you to, by the way, release and work through some addictions or toxicity. And toxicity could be like with family or friends or co-workers or your relationship and such like that. When you really start getting gravitated towards certain crystals, like I had somebody say, I was really, really drawn to this crystal, but my friend told me to get that one. Go with what your soul is pulling you towards, because your soul is saying, you know what, we need to get this malachite, or maybe we need to get hematite, or maybe we need to get rose quartz, like whatever. Whenever I'm looking for crystals, I'm not looking for crystals anymore. I have tons of them, and I've actually given some of them away myself. It's all about, what am I drawn to? What do I feel like wearing, right? Like every morning when I get up, I'm like, okay, what crystals am I really feeling drawn to or that are pulling me? So I might put my necklace on here with certain whatever crystals. I personally like jewelry because my jewelry touches my body physically, because I have to be grounded as well, right? There's many ways to stay grounded. So you could be finding that, green with your heart chakra, green also is healing in your health. So you're going to want to be making certain health changes as well, right? 2024 is more about your health as well. And there's different ways that you can body test. Like let's say supplements. You're going to want to increase your supplements in 2024 and stuff like that too. Like hold a bottle of vitamins and, really gently and ask yourself, is this what my body needs? And if it falls out of your fingers easily, your body is saying no. So if it doesn't, if you can't pull that away easily, then your body is saying, yeah, we need more vitamin C or vitamin D or vitamin B or whatever it is. There's many ways to tap into your body to find out what your body needs more of. And don't over push it. Don't over push it this week. Like some people be like, yeah, January 1st, I'm going to the gym. I'm going to hit it more 10 hours. Moderate, 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 right? So really pay attention, stretch more, right? You got to be careful as you're getting older, like I am, right? The body gets older, I can tell you, but we can keep it young by doing different things. So let's ask the animal kingdom, what is the message? I'm also an animal communicator, so I do talk to your animals that have passed on and also your animals that are currently here. So I get messages literally 24/7 from the animal worlds. And whenever an animal is passing, we all know what that's like. For those of you who have animals and have had to put an animal down, we all know how that feels like. It's very painful, right? Once upon a time ago, I had 5 dogs. So, you know, they each have their own personality and so on. It's never easy. It's never easy. That's the thing. When we know we have an animal, the day is going to come when we have to say goodbye. However, we will see them again and they're still with us. So if you want me to connect to your animals by giving some messages to you, if they're still here or if they passed on, let me know, reach out, book a reading with me for goodness sakes, right? I am open. Jenny is open. So what's the message from our animal world, our animal kingdom? It's the message from December 31st to January the 6th from our animal kingdom. What's the message? What's the message? Hyena. Card of the hyena fell out. And before I even read it, hyena, of course, what do? They sound like they're laughing, right? So you have to embrace your inner child and start enjoying life. Some nights I'll just lay in bed and I love watching Frasier or Two and a Half Men. Those are one of my 2 favorite comedy shows. And I'll just laugh and laugh and laugh. And I've seen these like reruns over 100 million times. And I love them because it's just like, their characters and energy and stuff like that. And we all need to laugh. We all need to laugh. Laughter is very healing for the soul. So if you're feeling down as well, turn on a comedy, right? I'm not saying that's going to work, right? But give it a go. So now this hyena is representing dare to be different. when you are being authentic, when you are being true to yourself. This is who you are. We're all unique. We all have talents in our own way. We all have gifts to share with the world. Why would you be somebody else who you are clearly not? For what reason? Stay true to who you are, and your soul will show you your destiny and your soul's path. If you surrender and pay attention to what you're drawn to, what you're drawn to is where your soul is trying to show you the direction for you to go towards and gravitate towards, right? You're going to find 2024 is you're going to find that once upon a time, I really wanted to do this or I wanted to do that. Now I'm not into it anymore. It's just because we all have these different cycles. And sometimes maybe we wanted to do this for a while, whatever it is. And then we're like, I just don't want to do that anymore. I'm just not into it, or it's just not working for me. So we have to try something new. We have to try something else, right? So let me know what's going on with you guys. Subscribe to my channel, make some comments. What are you guys doing on New Year's Eve, right? Are you going out? Have you guys set a vision board? Let me know who the tricksters were. You know, and tricksters can be anybody, anybody. It can be your family. It can be your closest friend or your partner. Tricksters can be anybody. So try to pay attention and don't ignore what you're being shown. Because if you do, it's going to continue on, and you could really get seriously hurt, right? But sometimes we have to go through that in order to say, you know what, I'm done. I've had my final lesson was done. Like my experience in December, I'm moving. I'm having to move. Long story, and it was the final nail for me, and there's no going back. We just change all of a sudden just by something that was said or something that has happened. And that's the universe's way to shift you into the new, because when you let the old go, you'll move into the new, because the universe will show you signs. And sometimes they'll bring in these tricksters on purpose because they want you to move into the new or to let go of this or that. So God plans these people ahead of time for you to say, you know what, we're going to put these tricksters in your way, or we're going to make this happen to you. Are you paying attention? Is it your time now to end this or to move on, or whatever it is? Because if you don't, it's going to get harder and harder and harder with each new lesson next time. And I used to say, when you get hit over the head by that frying pan hard enough, you're like, okay, I get it. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to end. Every ending brings a new beginning. It's how we go about it. Embrace the positive energy and the side of it. I'm so grateful for my new beginnings. I'm moving on. I'm moving to an exciting area, exciting location, all of these things. Stay really positive. And for those of you who'd like to book a reading with me, soulworkwithjeni.com. Reach out to me, book your reading for 2024. Let's see what's coming up for you, what's going to happen. Namaste, you guys, and happy New Year.